Hello, namaste and welcome in the series of cybersecurity. This side is Meena and today I will discuss about why is audit process hard. A company, for example, using all the security uh, features, all the security policies, procedures, and also using the uh, compliance regulatories and saying, yes, I am following all the security settings at their place and I'm fully compliant. But just how we can just have faith on them so that they will be able to secure the data of their customers, their clients, their partners, their uh, employees, or what the data they need to secure. They need to secure the resources, whether they are fully equipped and optimizingly using their resources. Audit is the process that can ensure, yes, they are using it in a proper way. And why it is so hard? Because audit is the process of uh, multiple, we can say, scientifically organized or the checklist where lot of things checked. And now in today's session I will discuss about IT audit. I'm just not going towards here and there. On different type of auditings are possible. It's depend upon the company, depend upon which industry they are. Okay, so when we are just talking about IT audit, means we need to consider whether the hardware, okay, what's the hardware they are using, whether they are up to date, whether they are fully patched, they are not outdated, okay, or whatsoever the procedures they are using, that's properly at their place. The people are well educated, what is the objective of the company, what they need to protect, whether all of the employees who are interacting with those IT devices, IT properties, IT resources, whether they are using it properly or not. For example, say uh, uh, in the security policies, the password should not be, or we can say must not be written anywhere on your notepad, on your desktop, on your screen. Okay, just you need to keep the password here. You need not to share even with the colleague, with the even the with the boss. Okay, so and we, being a IT auditor, we will use even different tricks. We will observe, yes, whether they are following all these things or not. Okay, and similar way in the database, whatsoever the database they are using, whether that's fully secure, is there a kind of any attacks are possible. Okay, and whatsoever the new security norms related to the database or related to whatsoever just I'm talking about right now, are that company is fully equipped or not. Okay, for example, the software they are using, whether that's from authorized vendors, if they are having certain vulnerabilities, and the patches are available, whether the softwares are fully patched or not. Okay, or is there any kind of, for example, say company is designing in-house softwares, whether that's following the security models or not, is there any kind of loopholes or the vulnerability exist on the softwares as well. Okay, whatsoever the communication media to interacting with data they are using, whether that's a proper, whether it's secure or not. For example, we are just collecting the logs, okay, and we are using SNMP version 1, but that's not secure. Why are not you using SNMP version 3? Okay, or for example, remotely we are accessing the devices from the head office or from the other branch offices, and still we are using telnet, which is not secure. It's sending the traffic in the plain text, so in between anyone can see what's content is just going through that session. So why are not using SSH? So there are the things. Just I'm just talking about. I just gave you the few of the examples only. But security audits, it's a scientific process where are the number of format are there. They need to check it each and everything. And IT audit is it can be internal, but when we are just doing internal, that cannot be fully we can say fair. It can be biased. Clear, we will not be able, might be we are not having fully experienced people who are knowing the auditing properly. Okay, so being a company's CEO or the higher management team, they just want to ensure whatsoever the security uh, services we are using, devices we are using, our manpower we are using, we have invested a lot of money on our company in the securing our IT infrastructure, IT services at that place or not, where we are lacking, what the things we need to perform so that we can fill up all the gaps and we can get the maximum benefits of those IT devices. And if we are lacking, so somebody need to tell us the fair result of it so that we can fill up the gaps. And in the security or IT security auditing or the IT auditing, the auditor will present a report. This is the uh, current situation of your IT infrastructure. This is the security at place. Here you are lacking, and these are the recommendations from the auditor. And just you should follow it and secure your infrastructure and your company from different kind of cyber threats. Okay, so IT auditing will perform lot many tasks, and it is really very helpful for the companies to fight against the cyber crime. Okay, so follow me on the cybersecurity prism and definitely get the notification for the next interesting and informative session. Also share that session with your friends and group members. Don't forget it. Okay, so that they will be able to understand what is IT auditing, what are the different components IT auditor consider, and how beneficial is IT auditing for the companies. Okay, and in the next session I will discuss about what are the different types of penetration testing. See you in the next session. Namaste.